What's going on, everybody? Trailblazer891 here, and I want to welcome you back to another Destiny video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the upcoming weapons balancing that will be happening in Destiny. Now, these changes will go live in the update 1.1.1. The weapons classes that will be affected will be the auto rifles, pulse rifles, hand cannons, fusion rifles, and lastly, shotguns. So let's take a look at the changes being made for auto rifles. So when they looked at the stats for the auto rifles, almost a quarter of all the kills in player versus player combat came from the auto rifle, and that only dropped off a little bit in the storyline gameplay. Bungie felt that the auto rifle was a little too effective at long range and that they were a little overpowering. So the changes to the auto rifle is that they have reduced the base damage by 2.5%, and now this is an average across all auto rifles, as the auto rifles with higher rates of fire took less of a reduction in damage. Then the effective range values have been reduced, but the weapons with higher stat values have a less severe range reduction. Pulse rifles were the least used weapon choice by a very large margin compared to the other weapons classes. Now, Bungie has decided to increase the base damage of pulse rifles by 9.7%, and this is absolutely huge for pulse rifles. With that damage increase, I would expect to see a lot more people using pulse rifles in the future. Hand cannons are being nerfed because they were intended to be medium range beasts, but players tend to use them at longer ranges almost as if they were sniper rifles or scout rifles. So the effective range on hand cannons has been reduced. Now the damage fall off starts closer to the shooter so that the follow-up shots are less effective. And then they have reduced the initial accuracy of hand cannons, but they claim that you will not notice a difference at short to medium range distances. Now with fusion rifles, they've made the blast pattern a little bit wider, which makes shots from medium range largely unaffected, but when it comes to longer range firing, they will be less likely to hit a single target. That means that one-shot kills will be far less likely when using the fusion rifle from long range. Bungie has also reduced the amount of ammo that you will start with when in Crucible matches. Now this will make the player a little more conscious of when they use the weapon. And then with the shotgun, they have doubled the damage it has against all non-Guardian enemies. This will make the shotgun a much more favorable weapon when using it in close quarter combat in the story. They also have made the damage fall off start sooner, so that if you're using them in the Crucible matches, you'll have to be a little bit closer to your enemy for a one-hit kill. They've also reduced the starting ammo for the shotguns, much like they did with the fusion rifles in Crucible matches, so that you don't rely on them too heavily. As for the other weapons classes, they remain untouched at the moment. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you'd like to keep getting videos, hit the subscribe button. And as always, I'll catch you next time.